So the people of God had find themselves consumed with the wickedness of the city of Jerusalem. In other words, they are doing the same thing that the other folk are doing. Even though they know better. They tell us when you know better, you ought to do better. Even though they know better, they've allowed the corruption of Jerusalem to infiltrate their minds. Thus, they are just as corrupted as the rest of the folk. The Bible lets us know that the men of Jerusalem have gone against the commandments of God. You see, they have been taught that you do not intermarry with the people of other lands. They have been taught that you don't tie yourself up in this kind of rigmarole, because if you do, you stand a chance of isolating your God. And the Bible lets us know that the men of Jerusalem have married women that worship pagan gods. The Bible lets us know that these same brothers have left their wives that were godly women and divorced them and had babies by these pagan women, thus having families that are now divided. The Bible lets us know that Malachi is dealing with some reverend clergy. He's dealing with some preachers that are not preaching the gospel like it's supposed to be preached. They are preaching a watered-down version of the gospel. They've got their Coca-Cola and they've added ice to it. And the ice has began to melt. And anybody in the house knows that if you put ice in a soda and the soda in the ice begins to melt, it deals with, it messes with the strength, it messes with the taste of the soda. So they are preaching a watered down version of the gospel. In other words, they are preaching an untruth gospel. They are preaching a misleading gospel. The Bible says that they have taken on all of the hideousness of the crowd. And now they find themselves in bondage. And since they find themselves in bondage, they say that God has an attitude problem. Since they find themselves in bondage, they say that God has changed his ways. Since they find themselves in bondage, they say now that God is on vacation and he's left his heavenly throne. But the Bible lets us know that God had a conversation with Malachi. And he told Malachi, I need you to go and talk to them ungrateful children of mine. I need you, Malachi, to go downtown Jerusalem and deliver a godly message for me. I need you to let them know that I'm still God and I do not ever change. I haven't moved. They have moved. The Bible says that God tells Malachi, I need you to go down there and put them on Front Street. I need you to go down there, Malachi, and let them know that I'm not crazy. I need you to let them know that they're not pulling the wool over my face. I know what they are doing and what they are not doing. I know what they are capable of and what they are not capable of. I am God.